podcast. How's everybody doing today?
Good. Pretty good.
Dan here.
Matt.
Kurt.
Sean.
It's been a little while, so sorry about that for the 20 of you out there.
Yeah.
We're at 20 now.
I don't know, I made it up.
Well, 16 if you
Well,
don't
that's not
include
coming
us.
us.
Right?
Not a fan.
Do our little pre-E3 thing. We got E3 coming up. We didn't have the podcast before E3 last year, so this will be the first kind of pre-E3 thing where we can talk about kind of what we're excited about. Probably start off with what are we drinking. Sean provided all the beer today. Thank you, Sean.
Right now we're drinking Sprecher Czarbrew. It is a Russian Imperial Stout aged in oak bourbon barrels, and it's actually not too bad.
Yeah, it's really good.
I didn't try it.
And who makes it?
Sprecher.
Sprecher?
This beer is actually courtesy of 42 Lounge and their trivia on Tuesday nights.
Speaking of Sprecher, as another aside, they're going to have the roving beer garden
At
this
Green
summer.
Park in St. Francis, which means drunk after work.
I saw how you were like, oh, within walking distance. I was like, wait, Sean, you're a mutter. Everything is within walking distance for you, right?
How many days are they going to be down there?
It's like
You're in, right?
like
Or
so
not
many
sure.
different parks for like periods of time.
The Green Park specifically, I believe, is July 30th through August 12th.
And you got to buy tickets to get in there, or you just...
No,
No.
it's a truck
No, it's
that
a truck that
taps
just-
out Sprecher beer.
You buy the beer, but it's not a festival.
I hope
You
they're
have to
there
pay
at
for
like
it.
2:30 when I get home from work, and I can just go.
If you've ever
go
been to
park.
the Estabrook Park Beer Garden,
Yeah.
it's going to be the same concept, really,
So really, I mean,
but portable.
yeah. And Sprecher's not too far from here anyways. I've been to Sprecher many times.
Yeah.
No, Estabrook Park, not Sprecher.
I know, but you said Sprecher's doing it, and
Yeah.
I've been to Sprecher, so it's not like that far away.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
So E3, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
But, I mean, it's funny because we were talking before about there's so much stuff that people announce before E3 that it's like, how powerful is E3 when everyone's rushing out their announcements beforehand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know you were looking at a lot of that stuff.
And I think a lot of the companies, especially Xbox in particular, because they said a lot of stuff, it's just getting it out of the way so you don't have like the big muddle of this is what's happening and then that takes over the whole thing. Because E3, what they said they want to be about is games.
Yeah, it's going to be a very game-heavy E3.
Yeah.
And that's
Well,
why I
it
think all
needs
the-
to be because the consoles are out now.
Yes, well, and that's the thing. You have two competing consoles from PlayStation or from Sony and Microsoft, because PS3 and Xbox 360 are still completely relevant. They're not going to be relevant for probably several years.
We'll have to know.
Yeah, but what are they going to make? Pretty much all that's going to come out for it is going to be your sports franchises and your Call of Duties for a couple of years.
For like EA?
No,
No, I'm saying in general for like
360
PS3 and
and
360.
Yeah, I think, eventually people are going to stop. I mean, they already announced that
I give
like,
it 2 years.
Batman isn't coming to the new Arkham Knight isn't coming. So that's already one big franchise you're going to have to come over for.
EA announced that they're going to have 6 different games there. Makes you wonder, though.
Yeah.
Are they going to be all
Yeah.
sport games?
Yeah,
it's going
right.
to be like, here's the new Madden, here's the new NFL,
it's going
here's
to be
the new FIFA.
It's going to be FIFA for 4
Aren't they
systems.
gonna to show you like because they keep showing you stuff for it the new mixed martial arts game that EA's making?
Oh, the new MMA.
Yeah,
They have the hype
UFC
there.
one?
yeah, they've been hyping it up big time. It's got Bruce Lee and everything in it.
Yeah. Or do they mean there should be 6 new IPs?
Yeah,
You know.
because like
I don't think they are going to take a risk on 6. I'd say maybe 1.
here's like Xbox. They even announced a couple days ago that Halo 5 is going to be out in 15. So they're not going to show you something probably at E3. It's called Halo Guardians, and they got a new they got images like the poster, the cover art, stuff like that. But they announced that 343 announced they're gonna have some kind of Halo announcement at E3.
What is Halo Destiny?
Destiny
No,
is
Halo
not-
is not Destiny.
Oh.
That's,
Destiny.
Bungie is
Bungie's
making
making
Destiny.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Bungie doesn't do Halo.
I was just
Yeah.
looking to the
Oh.
new Game Informer and anything.
A while back,
Yeah.
Xbox bought Halo from Bungie, and now 343 runs it.
Okay.
So they did the last game, Halo 4.
Yeah.
Well, Halo 4 is actually really good. I mean, I've only played halfway through, but I definitely have to finish it.
Side Call of Duty.
But they have rumored that it's going to be Master Chief pack. So it's going to be Halo 1 through 4 all in one thing, set up for the new systems and everything.
Yeah.
Which will also mean they're going to pick. I hope they pick random stuff, including a lot of stuff from Halo 2, which is the best online one, to play online for it.
Yeah.
Because then people who haven't got through and played a lot of them, or only played 1 or 2, get to just sit down. And
Well,
play
anytime
it.
you bring out a classic like that, I bought Chrono Trigger 4 times.
Mhm.
I'll buy it again if they
Yeah.
bring it out again.
If they bring out Halo 1 through 5 or 4, I would definitely buy them. Definitely buy them for the Xbox One
Yeah,
with the new multiplayer.
but yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping, as time goes on, we can move away from shooter genre being like it's oversaturated
Well,
to me.
The new shooter that's coming up does have me fairly intrigued. Is Evolve?
That's certainly not a shooter. That's
But it's
more like Left 4 Dead, and it's basically made by the same people. But the 8-minute gameplay they showed looks
I
freaking
wouldn't call
amazing.
Left 4 Dead a shooter.
It's a
Yeah.
third-person
Oh.
shooter, really.
Still
Like you
No, it was first person.
Left 4 Dead
Because
was first, yeah.
Left 4 Dead was first person because I couldn't play it because of the motion thing.
Well, I know it's not really the same. It's more of a
I know it sucks.
the multiplayer is really you're playing with each other. It's not versus. So it's not really. This
Still
one is
multiplayer.
This one is for 4 versus
It's 4
1,
versus
so it's
1,
more
yeah.
of a versus. I mean, I know they did at the very end. They added like the multiplayer where you could come in as like zombies, like the special infected for Left 4 Dead. But
Yeah. See, and that's the thing for me. Like competitive or cooperative multiplayer is more intriguing for me. It's like I can only. It's more fun to go in with a squad of guys with a common goal than to I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna shoot you,
Well,
you're gonna shoot me, and
That's
then you're
what,
gonna.
that's what intrigues me about Evolve is because the 4 of us would be like, okay, this round Kurt's the big monster. What's he gonna do? Because you
well, you need a 5th person because it's
not
4
necessarily, you can do
4.
3 on 1.
Yeah.
They-
But it's
Yeah, you need though to have one of every class because when they showed you once you lose like a key member of your class, the monster takes control of like everything because you lose your tracker. You couldn't track. You couldn't use like the special equipment, which is like the dome, the harpoon and stuff like that to actually reel him in. And the more he
a
gets,
whale.
yeah, you harpoon him because like what you can do is like you can corner him in an area, harpoon him, and bring him in, and then launch like a net so it brings like a small dome around him.
Okay.
So basically, it's a force field dome. Then you can play in this little dome and try to kill him. And basically, at that point, you have him because when he can get away, he can use the environment. He can eat
Yeah.
things, make his armor stronger, like get more weapons, which is
Yeah.
really cool. They show him like blowing fire and everything like that once he like starts eating animals.
I know nothing of this game.
Yeah, it's made by the same people who make Left 4 Dead. It's totally cool. Like the monster basically gets a head start in the game.
Was it Valve that made it?
No, Valve helped produce it, but it was
Okay.
a different company. So that company is making Evolve. But if you're the monster, you get a head start. And then you get a head start to get away and eat stuff. And then each person is like has a different thing. The tracker, the healer, blah blah. And like when the tracker can see the footprints of like where the monster roamed, he can track him that way, so you can find where he is. So like if he backtracks or this, and then there's environment stuff. If he runs through that, could kill you. There's like stuff in water, like big monsters that'll pull you down and kill you.
What is the setting? Like a jungle, a city?
Yeah, the only
It's
map
a
they
jungle.
showed, the 8-minute gameplay, was a jungle.
Okay.
I'll just wait till it comes out. See if I can play it.
Yeah, you probably won't be able to.
I know.
Yeah, when did that happen? Have you always been that way?
He's always
It's-
been a sissy.
The first time I recognized it was like I want to say with Portal and Half-Life 2, like because I bought the orange box and I forced myself to play through Portal because I just love the concept so much.
Mhm.
But yeah, like certain games just
But high-speed racing games don't affect you either?
nope. And I don't know. One of my speculations, I don't know if it's true or not, is when they. I wonder if it's something
That's
to do
true.
with. Was the game originally developed for PC, and is it a weird frame rate thing? Because a PC can operate at a higher frame rate than a console.
Okay.
That's just a guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow,
Did you ever
it's already
get wiped
open.
out for the PS3? What's that? Did you ever get wiped out for the PS3?
Yes, I got the like just downloaded it. Yeah.
The original one or the PS3 one made?
Oh, the
I bought
PS3
HD.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, I had Wipeout HD when it was free because they got
Yeah.
hacked. That's the only reason I got it.
I already paid for it because I was like, right when I got the PS3, I was like, okay,
That's like, yep.
buying Wipeout.
Not that it's E3, but I've always wanted to play that and try it.
Oh,
Speaking of it though, is I hear they have a new version coming out for PS4. Wipeout for PS4 is written right now.
I would buy that.
If anything, they may announce it at E3.
Yeah. So yeah, should we kind of maybe talk about the? Was there any other pre-E3 stuff? The Nintendo thing.
Yeah, the Nintendo thing they announced.
Mario
everything.
Kart, they just announced.
Well, no, that's coming out in like a week.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it?
Well, I
Smash
know.
Brothers is their
That
big.
looks awesome.
Their big
Yeah,
game.
it does.
And
I was telling Dan before you guys got here. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Go
that
for
I'm
it.
gonna get Mario Kart, so we've all got to come over and play it.
Do you have 4 control?
Well, we got enough Wii controllers between
Yeah.
the
You want
two of
those?
us.
Sure, if I can get it open.
Yeah, the one thing I'm wondering is, will it be motion control for steering still, or are they going to have the...
Who cares?
Pull my
I want
cork.
to pull your cork.
My
I
hand's
saw
just trying
try, but
off.
the game looks amazing from what
Yeah,
I've seen.
and like with even though Nintendo, it doesn't matter. The games are always fun, and the graphics are,
I think the
secondary.
graphics look awesome.
But it does look really good in HD.
That was really sexy. Just for everyone out there.
For everyone, just for no one out there. That's I think what you meant.
Another thing we could talk about for pre-E3 is Xbox is removing the Kinect as mandatory.
Xbox is making the one affordable.
Yeah.
Hey!
Like, buy the Xbox 0.75.
The thing is, like when they separate them, the Kinect's gonna be more probably than $100. It's probably gonna be like
I don't
120.
fucking need it. There's not a game out there that I'm like,
It's not even about
I
the
want
game.
the Kinect.
Well, it's not just that. All the developers now have no reason to really program specifically for it anymore.
Well, they were talking about before this move, anyways. They were talking about that how they were planning on if you weren't going to use Kinect for your game, they could set aside that and put that towards graphics.
Yeah.
They were already talking that. But the thing is, they're gonna have to redo the whole UI because everything in the UI is made for the Kinect. Like I sit down, I don't use a controller for the UI.
But you can. You don't have to use a Kinect. You
can.
can still power it on like a 360.
But how can I go back and record something? I know you can, and you can say like I wanted this to be recorded because it's recording anyway.
How do you do it on your PS4?
PS4, I hit the share button.
Right.
There's no share button on the Xbox. I say Xbox record that. My Kinect says, okay, I'm recording.
Isn't there like the other button though? What are those buttons on the Xbox One controller?
I don't even remember what they are.
See, it's probably a share button.
I don't think it's, but it's basically Xbox, or I'd say Xbox Broadcast, and it broadcasts Twitch. It pulls it up. I don't even do anything, which is a really nice feature.
I never wanted to talk to my system, which is why I never wanted the Kinect.
Xbox did just announce too, they're doing something new with Skype that's going to be an Xbox One exclusive. And I don't remember exactly.
It might be like Kinect
art-
Skype integration or something.
Yeah, I saw it was an article online today, and I just read it briefly.
The weird thing is, I use mine every day, and they say people are going to still want it, and then if someone comes out with a game, people are going to go want to buy it for that game. That's the whole purpose of that. But Harmonix is making a new game. They have that new Disney game coming out, which looks really good. But I walk in the room and say Xbox power on, or Xbox on. I see other people doing it, when they're messing around with it on video stuff. And because the way they're yelling at their system, the system doesn't recognize it. But you're being an idiot to your system. Just walk up and talk to it like normal. Just say Xbox on. And mine goes, whoop, it powers on.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's.
I use my thumb.
Yeah.
But they got their new update coming out in June, which is really nice. So I don't have to have it look at me to sign in. I can program to always sign in. And they have the new hard drive set up where I can do 2 external hard drives for the Xbox One now. And you just have to have a minimum of 250 or 275 or something like that on the hard drive. And it plugs in, recognizes it. You can have everything loaded that, and then if that goes full, it automatically goes to your other hard drive, the Xbox hard drive. And then,
It's like a little RAID array.
yeah, and then you can unplug it and say you have it. I can take it over and put all my shit on your computer, your Xbox, and play it with my stuff on your Xbox, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Not that I'm buying any of the systems soon, but the reason why I was looking at the PS4 more than the Xbox was specifically because of the mandatory Kinect. Now that that's off, I'm pretty much 95% guaranteed that if I were to buy a system, it'd be the Xbox.
But it wasn't mandatory. You could have bought it, never plugged it in. You could just put it.
Well, yeah, but it
Not
still
initially,
cost you
no,
$500.
Not initially.
Not initially, not the very first day, but as soon as
Yeah.
people complained about that,
Yeah.
they had took that off. So you really just
Yeah,
like always
but-
online.
And if I was going to buy it, I was never going to plug it in the first place.
Yeah,
Well,
I,
it seems like
I use my old.
and this is back talking about the old announcements and stuff, but they were like, "Oh, we're going to do all this. We're going to do all this," and their whole stance is, "Well, we're thinking ahead of the stuff that you're going to want."
Yeah,
I'm never plugging my cable into the thing.
it's
And
not bad
see, I
stuff.
think that sort of integration is really cool, but I don't have cable because I'm a cheap asshole.
Okay,
Well,
right there with
like
you.
Yeah.
the stuff though that was popular that people didn't want was the stuff with not being able to trade your games because they were just going to do download.
That, and
and
the always on,
But here
always
you go.
connected.
And now everybody, as soon as that comes out, and they were like, "I didn't want that." Those same people are bitching. Why don't you do this? Because you guys didn't want it.
Yeah.
That was a great idea for you, to be able to download games and not worry about all that stuff with trading games and everything like that. Make it cheaper because it was going to be cheaper when you could straight download it than if you would buy a hard
No, but
drive.
it's not.
They were
That's
talking
the
about
They
that.
problem.
still would have charged you $60 and went, hey, now you can't borrow it to a friend, or
They were
now you
saying-
can't trade it in towards another.
Well, you could have did it. The thing was, you could have gave it to someone else because you could put it on 2 systems with that. And the
No,
same
you
thing.
can't, because if they key code them, it doesn't matter.
No, because it was allowing you to put it on 2 different systems. So it didn't matter if I borrowed it to you. I could only borrow it to 2 people, or I could sell it once and that could only be sold again once. That was the whole thing about it in the original one.
See, and that's ridiculous, because what
It
if you
is.
play it, then you borrow it to him, then you
Then I
borrow
can't
it to
sell
me,
it. I can't.
then you borrow it to Kurt.
I couldn't borrow it to everybody. I can only borrow it to one person. And
Well, you
then-
could borrow it to us, we would just think you're a jerk.
Yeah, but the point of it
Here's
was
my Xbox.
was the stuff that they were doing after that was everybody wanted, and now that they realized they really did want it, they screwed it up for themselves. I didn't complain about it because it didn't hurt me. Like, how often do I really sell a game or trade it in? I rarely do that. Like, I trade in my systems, but games rarely.
What they're trying
I
to
keep
do
it
is
long
they were
enough.
trying to move more towards like Steam.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really trade your Steam games. You can't lend those out to people.
Yeah, but then again, you just wait for a sale and you can buy like 50 games for $50.
Well,
$8.
that's the thing, though. Is if Xbox were to do that, and the industry were to follow, Xbox would have been able to do that as well.
And they are starting to do that, along with PS.
But I
PS.
prefer.
No, but I mean,
still
no, but
prefer
they
physical.
do. I mean, they're all doing the day one digital copies. But what's my incentive? $60
That's because.
It's $60 either way.
You could take the.
But the thing was, they were mentioning, especially Xbox. I don't know what PlayStation was, when they weren't going to have that system where they weren't going to have to make physical discs or as many physical discs. They were going to make it like $5 cheaper. $5 cheaper is totally worth downloading it instead of getting a disc. In my opinion,
Not
I'm saving
for me.
$5.
Yeah, not for me.
I'll buy it $5.
What are you
Well,
gonna
it's
do?
kinda
What are you gonna do with the disc if you buy it?
What am I going to do if I hit
Well, I
if
can
I have a
resell
power
it.
outage and my system fries?
You
I
have
lose everything.
You will not lose everything because you already have it downloaded. It's in your system, so you can then download it to another system.
Well,
Yeah, it'll be like
should we keep
recorded
this
in the cloud.
conversation going,
Yeah.
or should we jump
Yeah.
back to where we're trying
So
to?
go back to E3.
Yeah, right? We weren't going to get sidetracked.
Wait,
At
tangents.
least we're not
Because I
talking
could
about...
keep talking.
One more thing about this before we go, which it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's the new stuff.
So one more thing about this, but it has nothing to do with
It has nothing to do with the old
One more
stuff.
thing
It
about
is-
something else.
It is brand new, but it's including with digital stuff and Xbox. So Xbox is now in June releasing
You love Xbox.
Xbox One because they're the most like notable right now for this month, saying that we have games with gold coming live to Xbox in June with 2 new brand new games, Max Curse of Brotherhood and Halo Spartan Assault will be free on Xbox One, and they're doing with the new update in June will allow you to not have to have gold for like the apps, so you can watch Netflix and stuff like that without having gold.
See, that's, to me, in my mind, I'm like, oh, they're catching up with PlayStation.
Yeah, so but they're doing a lot of stuff, changing a lot of everything with their new updates, and
They need to. And I think the Connect thing was another thing. Like,
Step in the right direction.
we need to get this going here.
yeah, and you knew they were coming out with games of gold eventually. They just had to make it because they were going to try to change the format of older games first, I think, and they needed someone to do that, and they were like, "Forget it, we're just going to launch it and give you brand new games from Xbox One already." So,
Yeah.
which is nice because I didn't download either of those games, so I get them free.
So, but yeah, to your point, we should talk about E3 stuff. What do you guys think?
Well, some of the stuff that I had planned initially last week, I found online is going to be there. Like, I was initially excited to hopefully see some more Star Wars Battlefront 3, and it's been confirmed that they will indeed show some Battlefront
That's
there
awesome.
of some sort, as well as additional Star Wars games. And then there's a whole slew of other games I'd like to see, but
I would like to see
Like
them
what?
bring the Bounty Hunter game, whatever it was called.
Bounty Hunter game.
It was like I don't know who was making it, but it was like a game set in a city, like almost like Assassin's Creed type, but it was like with one character. Can't remember what it was called, but it was like a big popular game. It was like 314 or something weird.
Oh, is it Syndicate something?
It was the Star Wars game. I can't remember.
I was
what it
excited to see
Oh,
it doing
the Star
Borderlands,
Wars.
the pre-
That one.
prequel.
Why is that bad?
That they
Oh,
just
the
can't
prequel.
cancel. They're like this. Apparently, it was just canceled, so I don't know what's going to happen with it.
Yeah, that was canceled last year, pretty much when Disney took over the Candid.
Yeah, and that was like their most promisable game that everyone wanted to see. I can't remember what the name is. Look it up.
I
What's
really
the-
don't follow
What's the
this
other
Star
one?
Wars.
Is it Into Darkness?
No, that's Star Trek.
Oh,
that's
um,
the movie.
Or that's the movie. What's the name of the game?
Which was really good.
Oh,
it's on Netflix.
I'm trying to bring up.
It's, I want to say it's, I can't remember the damn name of it. But I think it's the new Shinji Mikami,
Yes.
Resident Evil guy,
Yes.
made like a new survival horror game.
Yes.
It does look really
It's
cool.
Really crazy.
But yeah, they'll probably show that.
That's not the
Yeah.
zombie one where it's like
No, it's not
Daylight
the
or
parkour.
no.
Dying Light, I think
Dying
that game.
Dying
is.
Light.
It's because
Yeah.
there's like 3 titles now the same. What's the one that just was free on Xbox? Deadlight?
Deadlight.
yeah.
There you go.
What do you think of that?
What's that?
So what do you think of that cider?
Oh, I like it. This is the Woodchuck. What what is it? The winter.
It's up here.
Woodchuck Winter.
Yeah, it just says winter.
It's a
Woodchuck
oak
hard
barrel
cider.
aged with vanilla.
You just made that up. That's nowhere
Whatever
on
this was.
It was on the box, dick.
That is Duchess de Borges, I think. It's sour ale, red sour ale. I really like it. That's a beer that I found at a restaurant, and I've had it before.
Mhm.
It was
Is
$12.
that from, like honey pie?
No, it was at Cafe Central. $12 for a small bottle, which filled the glass. $10 at Woodman's for that big bottle. So I couldn't pass it up.
So they didn't really jack up the price for once.
They did seriously jack
Oh, they
up the
did.
price.
Small bottle versus big bottle.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
$12
I think a
for
glass
small
worth.
In my mind, I heard is bottle.
The big bottle.
bucks.
The big bottle was
Okay.
$10, and the small bottle was 12 at a restaurant.
That's because they have to serve it to you. It's
Yeah.
hard work.
And then she dropped the first one, and like everyone else's beers all over the floor.
Were you like, what'd you do?
I was like, I
So
want my
that's-
beer for free.
That's
now.
E3. Anyway,
I'm trying to get my.
What's up, selfie?
Yeah.
don't ever say
What's
that
this
word
one?
in front of me. I will murder your life.
What's this one, Sean?
Completely.
That's the Wisconsinite wheat.
No, summer wait.
Summer wheat, yeah.
Is that a lakefront?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the all Wisconsin ingredients. For
Yeah,
it.
I like it quite a bit.
Yeah, I do like it.
I
I typically don't like the.
But you don't typically like wheat beers, do you?
That's me.
Wheat's my favorite kind of beer.
And you didn't like this one?
Not really. I don't know why.
Because you're a jerk.
No, it's
Yeah.
not a bad wheat beer. I do like
Hey, phone, what are you doing?
Sean
I'm looking up games.
Oh, okay.
Trying to find that.
So
That
what
what
were
we're
you gonna
talking
say?
about.
Oh, I was gonna say so like with E3 stuff and the other Nintendo thing we were talking about again. It was before E3 because they're saying they don't really want to have a presence there, which is weird because they're the company that needs the most help.
Yeah.
Is I was thinking, you know, they should do something like Skylanders. And then, like, right after I thought of that, they see the announcement, they're going to
Yeah,
do that.
same.
I'm like, that's a genius idea because these are franchises. They have so many iconic characters
Yeah.
that are beloved by children and adults everywhere.
Yeah.
And remember last week I was telling you about the new controller setup and the new system that they have patented. So like the rumor.
Well, patent doesn't mean anything.
No, yeah, but it's got replaceable buttons. But the rumor was that now you could take one of those characters and swap it out with your button, and that'd be in the game then, so you could do that.
Yeah.
And they're all like radio signal to each
So it's
other.
gonna be like
it's
Mario.
not,
Yeah, it's like the NFC, the near field
Yeah,
communication.
so
So it's gonna be like Mario and shit?
Yeah,
Like
Mario.
Skylanders. Yeah.
yeah, they
Which
have
is
some of the
amazing.
characters already online.
Skylanders to me is one of the most like genius marketing ploys, and I hate it for everything that it is because it's like
It's Nintendo for you. Disney does the same
Yeah.
thing now too with
Yeah, when Disney came out with that,
Infinity.
Disney I think now has outsold Skylanders
Yeah.
recently.
on more than one occasion I've been at like Best Buy when they're like unloading the new ones around Christmas, and I'm like, I should grab a couple packs. 'Cause I could probably sell them for like twice the price. And then I see them like a week later, and they're like $100 a pack, and I'm
And the
like,
thing is,
I'm
like,
stupid for not buying
you know
them.
what? And that's the thing. If that stuff was around when we were kids, oh my god.
We wouldn't have bought all the trading cards we did and played
That's
those
all
things.
we would have been doing.
Yeah, we
Holy
bought the shit out of
shit.
Pokemon back then.
Magic
other-
cards for us.
the other-
Back then
funny
we were
thing is-
24.
Speaking of Disney, did you
Yeah,
see,
right? Back then, that was like 2 weeks ago.
you see like how Disney came out with like a new Leaf type of game?
No.
It's basically
Oh, yes, I did.
it's basically the same thing except for it is with Disney characters.
Yeah.
And it's making tons of money for Nintendo. It's like, wow, that was quick.
See, that's the thing. Nintendo, and aside from they're doing like that Smash Brothers tournament,
Yeah.
I think, I mean, when's Bayonetta 2 coming out? They've
Yeah,
been talking about it forever. They need to show.
Wasn't that announced last year? at
That was
E3?
announced
Yeah.
at launch
Bayonetta,
that they were
that's
going to work
not-
on.
Nintendo exclusive. Though.
It will be
It
for this
is.
one.
The second one.
Yeah,
The second
so
one will be the
Bayonetta
first one.
2 is going to be the Wii U
Okay.
exclusive.
Nintendo paid them, the developers,
$1 billion.
a lot of money to. Otherwise, the game wasn't going to get made at all.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not that they're not having a conference. They're just not having a live conference. They're going to show a video.
Yeah.
So it's already pre-recorded.
Well, and the thing is,
You know.
because there's probably still going to be games and
yeah,
stuff there. But,
I'm sure it'll have
you know,
previews just cut.
the are they going to show the Hyrule Warriors?
That looks awesome.
It does look cool, and I mean, it's going to need some polish and stuff, and
Yeah.
hopefully there's a story in there. But they need to get like a new Metroid or a new Zelda out there.
There's a lot of people who love Dynasty Warriors, so to see Hyrule Warriors already is
Yeah,
popular for them.
yeah,
I mean, they came out with a Gundam Warriors, and that was just as big.
yeah. I don't even remember that.
You remember that one?
No.
I think
I
it was.
remember seeing it, but I never.
Yeah.
No.
I always liked the
played
Gundam
it.
games, but it was basically the same thing.
But
Star Wars 1313.
There you go. I knew it was some number, but that was like the bounty hunter type game or something like that. That was really popular. Everyone wanted that game.
So you were asking earlier another game I was looking forward to?
Mhm.
Assassin's Creed Unity.
oh yeah,
And that was already like,
I gotta finish 2.
But I think
Brought
I'm
out
hoping
because
they'll
they screwed
show
up.
us some.
yeah.
Because I don't think they've shown any actual visuals on the game yet, have they?
No, they just had that one kid that like posted everything because he was sitting next to the guy on the plane and he accidentally told him everything. Which kind of seems like it was planned. You never know.
All that leak stuff, it's always planned to me. Like, oh, I left my iPhone 12 on the bus. No, you didn't.
So, yeah,
You planted it there.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, I've seen a preview for that already. I just haven't seen any gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
all they had pretty much was that preview video teaser. And,
Looks interesting.
yeah.
See, I still want to pick up Shadowrun Online
Yeah,
whenever it comes out.
and or the new one when's that one coming out?
That's what
That's what I'm talking about.
There was 2 different ones, right?
Right. I'm talking about the one that's not out yet.
Yeah, because the first one's out, and then they released like a
But yeah, Shadowrun Returns
Second
is
one.
a single player online thing.
Yeah.
Shadowrun Online is going to be the one where I can create a campaign
And we
or
can
mission,
run it.
and then I can post it like out to the world, and then I can direct it to you guys to it, or just open it up to anybody.
Can they be a co-op?
Yeah,
Like, you can create it and then the 3 of us could play. And,
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I'm excited for that.
I'm excited to see more of that new game for Xbox. The one where it's like a zombie type of game, but it's all about like a energy drink that they've been promoting. They finally had a
Are you
preview
confusing
It's called
this?
Red Bull.
no.
Saints Row 4?
Saints Row the Third is free right now. They'll pick it up on Xbox
I
360.
think it's called Strange Brew.
No, I can't remember what it's called, but it's
This sounds like a game that you made up.
no.
Yeah, it does.
They
Hot
make
Tub Time Machine.
they make
for
Ratchet
energy drink.
they make Ratchet and Clank and all them games. And what happened was PlayStation was like not giving them the full rights to the game. So Xbox basically said after like a huge battle that they would give them all the rights to the game. You're just going to split the profits with us or something like that. So they made a game for them, and it's like looks really bright and brilliant, and it's like there's no amount of like limitation on like the wall running. The storyline basically is you're a guy that's like a janitor, and they have this like huge
Yeah,
party
that's
for like this grand opening of like this new energy drink, and everybody drinks it for so long for like this night and so much of it that they all turn into like these like zombie type creatures and like monsters. So he has to clean up the streets and kill them all.
Wasn't that the
I
zombie
was like, isn't that like
DLC
Dead
for,
Rising 3 or something?
No, it looks really fun though. Like it's mixed between like Jet Set Radio and like Resident Evil or like Dead Rising type of that.
It sounds like the DLC they had for the zombie version of Sleeping Dogs.
I didn't even play that.
Did you hear also Rockstar's supposed to have some kind of announcement at E3?
Yeah.
And I'm
Hopefully-
excited.
excited for that.
Hopefully Red Dead 2.
That'd be
They were
awesome.
talking about Red Dead 2. What
That
if
would be
they would
good.
do
A lot of people-
Undead Nightmare for Grand Theft Auto 5?
That would be fantastic.
That was the
Also,
other little rumor that
I've been saying
Well, I've
for
heard
a
a lot
while.
of people just saying that they're thinking it's Grand Theft Auto 5 for the new systems.
That would be
Or
cool
just
too, I
Grand
would
Theft
think.
Auto Online
For
for
the
the
new
new
system.
system. Not even 5. I don't even care.
But would it let you
And if you can
cross-platform then?
port your stuff to the new one.
Yeah.
But that would suck for me because I have the Xbox 360
and you
and
want
the
a PS4.
PS4.
Yeah.
So
Or would they let you
trade that
cross-platform?
shit.
Like I could play the PlayStation or the Xbox
yeah.
with
And that's the
with
thing is
Xbox
like
360.
we're to the point where most of this stuff's the same. Let us cross-platform.
I mean, they did with Shadowrun back in the day, with Windows and.
Well, yeah,
Xbox.
but that's all the same company.
It was still different. Like you still play in 2 different systems.
Windows did that, and the most recent Star Trek game did that also.
Yeah, but what Matt's saying is the same company developing them for,
Well, I mean, like I'm saying, if you could play, I'm not saying that you could play me on the
It's
Xbox
like World
One and him
Peace
on
out there.
PlayStation.
That's what I'm
that
asking
I could
for.
play
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
you guys on the 360.
Oh, I don't give a shit about
That's
that.
the same.
I'm asking for
Well,
cross-platform.
That's asking for a lot, man. That's
Yeah.
like,
at least you could do Xbox One and Xbox 360 on the same one. Just run the same server.
Well, I can imagine that being a big advantage with the Xbox One. You know, throwing a lot of stuff on there, lagging the other system, which could happen with computers anyway. But yeah,
It could just be a PC release too. That could be their announcement.
Yeah. I don't think they'd hype it this far in advance. You know.
There's a lot of people waiting for that so they can mod the shit out of the
Yeah,
game.
I don't care about those people.
Did you see there were people already modding it too? They were modding their like Xbox 360 so they could mod the game.
See, and this is
That's
where
pretty
the
fun.
conversation could devolve into Grand Theft Auto for like 5 hours. We should save that for
Save
episode
it.
10.
Yeah, it was just funny to see those.
Grand Theft Auto
Uh,
Marathon.
the Division was officially pushed until next year.
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah, that does look good, but I am more excited about Watch Dogs. But that's
I-
not really E3, so we
Or,
should
I would-
stop.
it's been pushed back so many times. How many times can I be excited and then it's finally coming out? Yeah, but now at this point it's like, yeah, it's coming out.
Oh no, I
5 days
still
ago.
think it's cool. Plus, it's in Chicago, which is close to us, so
Yeah.
I think that's cooler too.
Yeah.
What else? You know, and it's gonna have all the same. You know, we're gonna hear about the new Halo stuff.
Yeah,
We're
that's-
gonna hear
that's-
about Destiny.
But that's why
You
they
know,
announced Halo early. I think that's where you're.
We're
only
probably
like a
gonna
month
hear
behind.
about Morpheus or whatever, and there might be. Well,
Oculus
they don't need to
Rift,
talk
maybe.
about. No, Morpheus.
Yeah, but they're going to talk maybe about Oculus because they just had a new announcement that they have built Oculus Rift setup for Chuck E. Cheese. And it's going to
For
be
the one Chuck E. Cheese that still exists in North America?
there's like 5 around here.
Yeah, we got 2 around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple
Taking
of
Mason to one twice.
But they're
Shawty used to
it's
work
not going to
there.
start here. It's going to be
That's
in like
scary.
Orlando,
You
California,
go to the virtual
Texas,
one.
main areas like that. And then if it's popular, they're going to bring it. And it's like they were talking about ticket games and stuff like that.
Well, think about it, even when they had Timeout at the mall, so I guess Timeout,
Mm-hmm.
they had like a little virtual reality thing, and you would pay your $5 to do the virtual reality thing. It's going to need to be done really well to not be another gimmick.
The thing is, it needs to be done just enough that it gets people out of the house. Because, like, do I need to go out of the house to play a video game to go to Chuck E. Cheese to play a video game? No, I have video games at home that are better than that. So why go to Chuck E. Cheese besides a shitty pizza?
The 2 best things that I think would work for
Most in a
it
giant furry costume.
would be like a roller coaster type of game or racing.
Well, they already have a roller coaster one. When we were at the
That was
Lion
like
Shack.
the
Yeah, the one
demo.
where you sit
Yeah,
down
sit
and
and it
shakes the
moves, and
fans.
it's got like a little thing that comes down in front of you.
But it'd be better if you had something on your head. You can move your head wherever you want.
Yeah.
But then you got to deal with, the lag time in there, and it has to
But
be like
there's-
exact.
There's like
you
a
know.
big virtual reality type of one at Dave & Buster's where you sit inside it and it's like a whole car thing. And it's like, I don't remember if it's zombie or not, but like you can actually like see the peripherals around you and it's all closed and it's a lot better. It moves and everything. So that was pretty cool.
But, yeah, I don't
Speaking
know.
of Dave and Buster's, we should go there after E3.
Yeah. Just like we watched the conferences, and we're like, shit, we're going to Dave & Buster's.
Speaking of the conference, do we need to know the times? Because it's the January 9th for the Xbox and the PlayStation 4.
July.
January?
June.
June 9th. I don't know why I'm saying January. June 9th. And it's going to be early in the day for Xboxes at 9:30. You can watch them streaming on Xbox One. They're going to also have it live on Spike. And then PlayStation will be live on PlayStation. And they're going to go later in the day. I think that's 6.
Well, yeah, they're not
6.
going to overlap, obviously.
No.
I'm surprised they're on the same day. Usually they do it on different days.
I think they're going to have a lot of other stuff they're going to be showing on the other days. But that's just their main conference day where they're going to do their presentation.
Yeah. And then I was thinking, what does Sony need? Because, Microsoft for a while, they have been developing all these IPs that they have that are very popular. And, Sony, they had Uncharted, which I guess is they're kind of done with that. They're doing Last of
Yeah.
Us, the remake.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Well, they need
That's an
like
Xbox
something
game, though.
new.
Is it?
Yeah.
But, they need something new. Or, as a long shot, they need to show The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
But that's, if that ever comes out. Because,
Yeah,
God, I loved
is that in
Ico.
development anymore?
Last it was like in hiatus.
Okay.
But I loved Ico. I love Shadow of the Colossus. I bought both
Shadow-
of those games twice.
Shadow
3
of the
times for
Colossus
Ico.
is probably one of my favorite games.
They were
It's
rumored
actually-
to have the predecessor to Shadow Colossus
You played it, Chris?
at the
Predecessor.
No, I always
Right.
wanted to though.
No, the one
You
that's
should
after
borrow
that.
my
The one that,
PS2
so the one they're making right now
I
is
have
supposed to have
PS2,
like some
so I
kind of
just need the
presence at
game.
Oh, I have
E3.
it
It's a
on-
rumor,
Yeah.
so I don't know how.
Once
You can drop me off
'Cause-
tonight out there too.
Okay.
I think it's a total long shot. Another thing that'll be cool to see, and I think they just released some more video on it, is The Witness, which kind of gets back to, if you haven't heard about it, Jonathan Blow, who did that game Braid, which I played the demo and thought it was kind of whatever, like a regular game, but everybody loved it.
Yeah.
The Witness, it's kind of like, reminds me of like Myst and Riven and like
Yeah.
those kind of more like, you're here, figure it out.
You're in this world all alone.
Right. Like as if that's not creepy enough. Can you imagine if that happened in real life?
Like in Minecraft.
Yeah.
You pick up a page and it starts talking to you.
Oh shit. Like, then you realize, hey Hansel, haven't you been on peyote for the past 3 days?
Yeah. Like the other thing was, they are coming out with Last of Us, remaking it for PlayStation 4. They're supposed to say.
I can't wait to play that.
Yeah, I definitely want to play because I didn't get to play it on 3, but they're saying that there could be Last of Us 2 as like their final little preview that they're going to show you. Because they already made they were making some kind of like artwork for something, like I don't know if it was like some kind of charity they were selling it for, so like that, but it made her look older and stuff, like she wanted to learn how to play guitar or something like that in the game, and it showed her playing a guitar. So I don't know if that's for the next game and they were just making it, selling it.
Last of Us Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. But they are kickstarting some kind of new rhythm game too.
Yeah. I don't know.
What about is Team Bondi done for? They're the ones that made the LA Noire. They were working on another game called Orient of the
Horror of the Orient. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot
Horror
all
of the
about
Orient?
that. Yeah.
They didn't release much, but when they showed the graphics for the little bit they had done, it looked phenomenal.
Yeah, and I remember, and I loved L.A. Noire. I don't know if anybody played it.
I've been playing slowly through it.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Another, like, I was thinking of, okay, what are, like, just the craziest things you could see at E3? One thing that maybe not so crazy, Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Which
that's been rumored.
I would buy immediately.
I should probably play 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, definitely. Because there's really.
Well, I never played 1 and 2 because they were on PC.
Yeah.
But then Fallout 3 when it came out for 360 and stuff.
And then all the DLC for Fallout 3.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that game.
What is it? The Sons of Liberty and all them, like the Pittsburgh. There was.
I really don't even.
Some
remember.
other
New Vegas, a standalone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vegas. I didn't play New Vegas.
New Vegas I thought was cool because in Fallout 3 you kind of you could go two ways. You know, kind of like the good guy or the bad guy, kind of like Infamous, but a little more nebulous than that. But with New Vegas, there was like 3 or 4 or 5 different factions, and you could end up with just a completely different story than anybody else based on what factions are you kind of backstabbing and going back and forth, and you could play them and whatever. The other thing I was thinking, just like a way like long shot, because we had the Dreamcast and stuff at the Classic, Shenmue 3.
That'd be awesome.
Which, like, it would probably, everyone's heads would explode, like scanners or whatever.
What about the rumor that they're supposed to be having some kind of preview there for Crackdown 3?
See, I don't know. I'm not excited about Crackdown.
Yeah, Crackdown was new for me.
Crackdown was super fun.
Crackdown 1 was incredibly fun. Crackdown 2 was just redundant.
Yeah,
I didn't even play Crackdown 2, but then it's like, okay, Crackdown, but then now we have Infamous, which is like kind of similar to Crackdown, except you can't just like rocket jump 50 miles into the air.
But then the people who don't have PlayStation can't play Infamous, so they
Can't
got
run up the side of a giant building to beat up an old Asian man.
That's what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah, you can't run up that big of a building.
He doesn't.
He lives on the second floor.
He doesn't know an old Asian.
He just meant the building beating up old men.
It's a euphemism.
You need food stamps?
Technically, Russians are Asians.
We don't talk about work.
Oh.
That's
Getting
pretty
like
much.
fired and shit. Now I hate you.
That's pretty much it. That's going on now.
Hey, they didn't know what you do.
They know everything.
They know.
Those of you that didn't know.
Grand Theft Auto with Mario and Zelda characters.
Oh, that's another thing I
Yeah,
was thinking.
they'll never make
So,
a Nintendo version of Grand Theft Auto ever.
They're just gonna execute Mario.
one of the other things I was thinking, so now that Microsoft said we're removing the Kinect, now you can buy it for $400. What if Sony does a reverse and says, well, you can get the camera now with the PlayStation for $400?
Yeah, they're gonna do that because nobody's buying the camera the way it is now.
Nobody's buying the camera. It's sold out. I think that thing stopped.
No, that was my phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
it didn't stop.
I left my volume on today, apparently.
No, but you know, the
When don't
PlayStation camera sold out, and they could not meet demand. So some places were actually raising the price. I actually was pretty intrigued by the camera, like the Playroom and some of the stuff.
But you could have got the camera because it's basically the same camera for the PlayStation 3. Did you have one for that?
No,
Okay.
it's a totally different camera, and it's a totally different port and everything.
It's a little different, but basically the specs are almost the same.
But yeah, but you need it's plugged. It's a
Yeah,
different.
but I'm saying you didn't have it for PlayStation 3. And they use the same controllers, the PlayStation Move controllers. It's like that which they're pointing over.
Anyway,
What are you pointing over?
I'm just decided to stare at the camera.
This last night, Kurt.
yeah.
You start arguing, and Kurt's like,
But yeah, I don't know if. Yeah, so E3 pretty much it's got to be about the games. The new consoles are established. They're all here. Now everyone's got to pretty much fire on all cylinders, I think.
this is true.
Yeah, we'll see what comes out. Destiny beta will come out soon too.
Yeah. All it
I
means
didn't
pretty much
pre-order it,
for
so.
gamers is that you're going to be broke again around the holidays.
I want to see another expansion for Diablo 3. That's what I want to see.
I want the DLC for GTA 5, the single player campaign.
Yeah, I
want Heist.
I want Heist too.
Multiplayer online.
I want heists, but I would rather have single player DLC at the moment.
I'd rather Heist.
Yeah,
I'm
could
done
go
with
either way.
single player right now. I've played through it.
Well, yeah, but if they gave you all the missions and shit, I'd jump back into it.
Yeah, well, it's like I bought all the stuff for GTA 4.
I did not play Ballad of Gay Tony. It's the only one I didn't play.
You've kind of played it
In real life.
actual real life.
Allegation.
Hello.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying you were doing back alley fights and stuff.
He had a black manservant that ran around and protected him.
Actually, I think that might have been better than the Lost in the Damned.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 20 was way better than Lost and Damned. It was cool though to see him connect Lost and Damned to Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah,
Well,
that
it's
was
both of them connected.
I've never seen anything
Dude,
from
just
Baldur's
open my
Gate 20.
boot.
E3.
Who's the main character you play for in bed?
Nico Bellic.
No, in Baldur's Gate 20.
Like his
Oh.
partner or something like that.
That bodyguard guy?
Yeah.
He's at the bank when Nico's robbing it, but so are the other guys.
When Nico's robbing it.
You mean when Michael's robbing it?
No, I thought we were talking about Grand Theft Auto 4.
No, I was talking about they put the Lost
Like
and
the
the
Lost
Damned
and
in
the
Grand Theft
Damned
Auto 5.
GTA
Oh,
5.
did they?
Yeah, they're like
Have you
that
not played
motorcycle.
Biker and Trevor beats to death.
Yeah, he steps
That's
on
when
it.
that gets...
Yeah,
That's your character.
That's your character
You
in Lost
die,
and
yeah,
Damned.
you step on
Really?
his brain.
Yeah.
It's on
Oh, I
his
didn't know that was the same guy.
It's like,
Yeah.
see that? There's someone on my boot.
I remember
Oh.
him asking that guy the question, hey, let's see if he's gonna... Oh, what? No.
And you kill half the Lost and the Damned in the game. They're
Why
never
do-
coming back.
Pretty much damn all of them.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was the biker. I didn't realize it
Yeah.
was the same. I thought it was just a different faction, but that's
Oh,
the
that's
same
the
guy.
character you played, yeah.
Okay. Because they're in different locations.
Yeah.
You know, New York versus California.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's watching this whole episode. Like 2 hours of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I think we made it down through hour and something. This still recording.
Yeah. The battery's charged.
Yeah, the battery was full.
It was just flashing.
It was charged fully.
Yeah, it's
Anyway, I
flashing.
don't know. Does anyone else have any more E3 stuff? Otherwise, we can bottle everything up and keep it for the next one.
I think we bottle up Heat Friends. We gotta get a Grand Theft session now coming up. 'cause
Oh, yeah,
it's
we're-
been a while since we played.
We gotta do some of those online races I have
Yes.
with more people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only been on there the last couple times, and because I downloaded the new update,
I haven't even done
and I haven't
that.
seen anybody up there. Yeah, it took me for a
Oh, the
while.
High Life? Did I download that?
I downloaded it, and then for some reason it didn't install. So I had to delete it, and then re-download it, and then it installed. It was really weird.
I guess we could do what are you playing?
Finding out what am I playing? I'm playing too many games, really.
Playing Diablo 3. I had my best Nephilim Rift run today. We had 6 legendary weapons in a matter of like 10 minutes, which was great.
So I downloaded the new maps for Titanfall, which are really fun. I've been playing Stick It to the Man on PlayStation 4, which is weird
that every
and
day.
funny.
Never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's like a paper type of game where it's like you can read people's minds. Matt was watching.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
the new, like, downloadable free
Okay.
game.
I just beat Infamous with hero status, which is really cool. Like I like the storyline, everything like that. And then I was still playing Deadlight, and I downloaded another game. I can't remember. Oh, I've been playing Trials, and then Fusion, and then Trials on the handheld. I've been playing that too. Too many fucking games to list. I've just been playing all over, man.
I am finishing up South Park: The Stick of Truth.
So what class did you play?
I played...
Did you?
I started out as a Jew, just to get the Jew achievement thing.
Okay.
And then I started over as a mage. But that game is hilarious. I love
Oh
it.
my god.
Yeah, I
And
gotta play it when you.
This is where I'm going to plug.
Did
If
you
you
go to
didn't
the
go and
Comic-Con?
read my review haiku for South Park: The Stick of Truth, because it's out there.
Did you go to the abortion clinic yet?
Yes.
Kardashian's abortion?
Did you
Yeah.
save Mr. Slave inside him with using Mr. Slave?
That's not a thing.
Yeah, you don't use Mr. Slave.
You can use him though.
You don't save
no,
him.
you don't-
Oh, you go inside him.
You go inside him, but you don't get him as a.
That's an achievement. You can use him at that point. There's an
I
achievement.
don't
No, it's a summon.
You don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you
it's a
summon him.
Yeah, but you don't
inside
save
him.
him.
No,
Save and summon are two different
What?
words.
No, I meant like you're inside him. Say like
I didn't think you
killing
had
something
him
that's
as
in him,
summons.
right?
That's when
What's
you
that?
get him.
You're killing something that's in him.
You're
so
getting a
basically
snook out of his
saving
ass.
Yeah.
There you go. You're saving his life while using.
No,
him
you're
inside
saving the
Snooki.
town.
Yeah, and him
Snook
because
is,
he's gonna blow him up too.
It's a nuclear weapon. It's one they shoved inside of was it Oprah's vagina
I don't remember the actual
or Hillary
episode.
Clinton's vagina?
It'd be hooking because the episode with
Oprah is the
Oprah,
snook.
yeah,
the snooch.
where her ass and her
Yeah.
vagina end up like
Taking
taking
people
people
hostage.
hostage. It's stupidly funny. Anyways, what are you buying?
So
Driver San Francisco and Star Wars Force Unleashed 2.
Nice.
where are you at right now? Is what I was going to say.
I'm pretty much done. Now it's like
How do you know you're pretty much done?
because I beat the game.
Oh,
He's just tying up all of
the,
these.
the unicorn execution move is one of my favorite things in the entire game.
I had to because I finished the game and then I'm like, shit, I want to find like the last of the friends. So I did
Pokemon.
that, and I found like the last two Pokemon. I needed one more, and then there's one achievement I need, and I'm like, damn
Which
it.
one?
The interrupt 5 channeling attacks with farts.
So does
Okay.
it let you continue to play after you beat the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if it was that or if you just reverted to another save.
Yeah.
Because I know you saved multiple times.
Who's that going to?
Unlike
you
some
next?
of our other friends.
Yeah, you should definitely save multiple times.
Who's that going to
always.
next?
Yeah. I'd hate to like beat a game and then like lose that save point.
Thanks for rubbing it in, Dave. You didn't hear what happened.
Or
did you?
just screw up a save point.
Which time? That's
and
happened to you in two different
My
things.
Grand Theft Auto 5 got erased
Oh yeah, I remember that.
because I fucking.
Because you're stupid.
No, I set the autosave and it was like, save over this slot. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then it erased my game and then saved over my autosave slot also. So it was like, hey, we're going to make this your base save and then your autosave slot's fucked too. And I was like,
That happened to another game you played.
what was it?
I don't remember. I was talking to you, and then you said,
started-
"Oh, this is what happened."
erased
my
high score on
Wait, wait.
Big Dog.
It could be worse. I had the game like 100% beat, did everything, had all the cool weapons
Mhm.
in Dead Rising. So I wasn't playing it for a long time. Deleted all my other saves so I could save room. It brought it over to Sean's house, and like his brother-in-law was playing it. Fucking just destroyed everything. I had nothing left. I'm like,
Saved
I
over
don't
Dan's
know
game.
how the fuck he did that, but I had nothing left. I had all the cool weapons,
on
like
the
the Mega
360
Blaster.
or-
Yeah, on the original Dead Rising 1.
Okay.
I had the Mega Blaster, everything. I killed all the zombies, had all the achievements. He fucking just deleted all. I mean, I still have the achievements, but I don't have the save point where I can just run around with the Mega Blaster and Mega
You didn't
Gun.
get the achievement for like 7 days on survival mode.
I have everything but that, because I did all the zombie kills.
Yeah.
I did all that stuff, all the day and night
I'm, like,
stuff. All
saving
that
all
stuff.
the
Yeah.
7
What do you
days
mean-
survival
what do you mean
is
to
just
save
hide the
room?
car and leave your system.
Huh?
Were there only a certain amount of save slots, or
Well, I had saved a bunch, and I still have the small hard drive because I have the original Xbox that I bought. I had never upgraded mine.
like the 20 gig?
It's not
It's
even
like
20 gigs.
13 or
it's like
something, I
10
think.
gig or something. It's really small. Like basically right now,
It's like
the
a
only
flash
thing,
drive.
the only thing on my Xbox besides like a couple Xbox Live titles is Grand Theft Auto. Everything else has to be gone because I have 2 gigs left and I can't save anything else.
Jeremy plays. He's got the original one as well, and he's got a jump drive that he's got Grand Theft Auto on. Because it allows you put in the USB drive now.
Yeah.
You can actually put the content on there to play.
Oh, that'd be totally worth it because then I could delete everything
So-
I had on there.
That's how he's playing.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. I should do that.
So
Should we call it?
Yeah, I think that's about it. We've been a little long-winded here. So.
A lot of stuff came out though. We had to talk about. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while. We got to get
It's
back
all
on a
very
regular schedule.
linear
Yeah.
conversations.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But glad
I
we
think
did
that
segues.
4 people really helps it.
And then we'll have another one come out after E3 with all the new stuff, which will probably take just as long.
No. I think the next one we should just do Grand Theft Auto.
Well, yeah, we have to do one of those, but
We need to get
E3 is going to come out
Mondays
after
and
that.
Wednesdays are my 2 days that I can pretty much play.
We can talk about that off camera.
Right. Yeah, we're going to delete
I want
that.
to debate now.
All right.
All right. So until next time,
Yeah.
we're some kind of monkeys, and so are you.
Good game.